My name is Luca Christis, and I'm going to walk you through what I mean by it's easy to sell people and hard to keep people inside a coaching business. And if you're a coach who's doing 20, 30K per month, you should be listening to this if you want to go to 6 and 7, multiple 7 figures a month inside your coaching business. This is what will make or break your business. I'm going to get straight into this video. I'm having a list with bullet points that I'm going to get through on my side so I can deliver the best outcomes for yourself. What I want you to understand and what I want you to do, this is going to be a rough video. I'm going to go fast through the content. I'm going to go fast through the advice. So pause it whatever you need so you can get the best out of this. This is rough content for you coaches to get the best possible advice in the shortest amount of time, okay? I wrote down myself here why most coaches overvalue selling and undervalue keeping, okay? So what that means specifically is a lot of coaches, and this is kind of everybody does in business, after you do a lot of customer acquisition and sales, once they get a few clients, they completely forget about their clients. And the problem is when you just forget about your clients that you had, and you keep focusing on getting more new customers, your results will suck. And what I mean by this video is going to be around fulfillment a lot. So you got to understand this thing. Whenever you get new customers, let's say you get 2, 3, 4, 5 customers inside the business, you got to shift your focus from getting new clients and new leads program to how can you get the best results possible in the short-term period of time to the new customers you just acquired. That is what you have to think every time you get a few customers inside the business. You should never care or think about how can you get more customers once you get customers already. You gotta fix your fulfillment, okay? So this is a big thing I'm really talking about on YouTube as well. You have to be romantically in love with your customers, okay? And so if you're getting new customers into the business, you gotta understand, after you get a few, you gotta focus on those few. You shouldn't just let them go through like a program or whatever you have. You have to focus on them, making sure you get them the best results in a shorter period of time. And the problem a lot of people also encounter is once they shift the focus, they completely forget about the sales and also about their lead acquisition. And so you got to put your lead acquisition and sales into maintenance, meaning you can build systems, delegate, and let other people do the execution on those things so you can focus on client results. That is how you should have this whole premise of overvalue selling and undervalue keeping, because you need to understand getting those clients and people inside your business will help so much if you give them good results, because from great results you can market easier and you can sell easier, and those good great results will get you more referrals, word of mouth, which will end up giving you more customers, okay? So you got to understand this thing. You got to have this thing in your mind so much. It's so important, and I think will help so much if you can get it done. Now, moving forward, the premise of everybody heard this thing before, where it said under promise and over deliver. Everybody heard about this thing. Everybody heard about talking of over promise and under deliver. Everybody knows this thing, and the thing that you should do is under promise and over deliver. Okay, that's the thing that you should do is under promise and over deliver, right? And a lot of people get this wrong, because under promise and over deliver doesn't mean more stuff added to the over delivering. So over delivering doesn't mean to give them more modules, doesn't mean to give them more calls or one-on-ones or like whatever it is. That doesn't mean over delivering. Over delivering means getting your customers better results in the time than you promised to them in the time that they were expected to get, or getting your customer the results that they wanted to get in a shortest period of time, or get your customers better results than you promised to them in a shorter period of time than you tell them you're going to get those results for them. That is what under promise and over deliver means. You under promise what you can do, and you over deliver by doing it faster or doing it better or more than you have to do it. It's not by adding more courses or other stuff inside. It's mainly by getting the results faster. People don't really care how you get them to their result. All they care is the result. You know, the plane ticket analysis, they don't care about all the airport stuff and everything. They care about them getting into Marbella, for example. That is what they care about, and that is what you should sell. And then that's really important if you truly want to have good fulfillment and get a business to run up or help you so much if you understand that premise to get good results. And I think fulfillment wise, you should make sure you under promise and over deliver to all of your clients, because that is what is going to make you the best in business and in the coaching space as well. So now we're going to talk about why your clients still left you after they get the result. And the only thing that happens, and the only reason clients leave you after you get them the results, is not because you didn't get them the results how you wanted to or whatever it is. The clients only leave because they didn't like the experience they had with you. And so the only thing that keep customers to keep buying from you and go to war with you and for you is not based on the results that you give them, is based on the experience they have working with you in order to get the results that they want to get. And if you think now a bit more deep with it, whenever you're trying to improve your customer experience, instead of just adding more modules, or instead of just trying to help or give them little tricks on how to do sorts of things, just think on how can you improve the experience the customer will have with you in their course, so you can get them to like you more and buy more from you, meaning the upsells that you're having in your coaching business. That's all it is. And the problem with this, and people don't like the experience, there's some common problems why people don't like the experience. They can't remember the first touches and then the final touches of the whole experience of it. And so you gotta have the problems. Main problems are bad onboarding. They don't know what to do. They don't know the next steps. They don't have a clear path on what they need to do to go through a program to get the certain result, and they feel lost. And when that happens, basically there's a bad experience they have with you, and that bad days that don't make them buy more from you because they don't want the same experience go again. So I've noticed this thing a lot of the time. So when a customer gets into the business and they have a really bad onboarding, their likelihood to upsell is way lower because they will remember on the way they got onboarded first time. And so that first time was a shit experience and they'll remember that. And so they thinking by your upsell, which is basically a new program, let's call it, if you have also a bad onboarding, they don't want that experience anymore because they feel so lost, they don't feel good, they're about to crush it, and they just don't want that experience again, so they will not upsell. Be really, really, really cautious about those things because they do matter. Fulfillment improves every department in your business because it improves your retention for the clients. Obviously, you just keep getting the clients to buy more from you. And so when clients buy more from you, you get a higher LTV. And with a higher LTV, you get more money to spend on acquisition. And with more money to spend on acquisition, you have basically the power to invest that money and get more clients, more front-end clients that you can upsell them on the back end to create more LTV. And that LTV is also put back into acquisition, and it's just a flywheel of that positive feedback loop again and again and again, which is slowly grow the business consistently. That's why your coaching business should have upsells, and that's why you should always upsell your clients, because that is what gives you a better result. Now, let me explain you one thing. What I mean by helping you in all the departments is that if you get amazing results for the clients, not only the people and the clients you're having and you get the results to, they will refer you more people and they will talk about it. So you get referrals in word of mouth, which referrals are the best customers you can ever get. Is zero CAC basically. I mean, if you pay for a referral, that's fine with you. If you don't, you don't. But like, it's zero CAC or like it's super low CAC, and the LTV is way bigger than your normal customers. And so from that, what that means is basically you get two of them, like word of mouth and referrals, and also helps you with marketing easier, because when you have better results, people will want to come with somebody who can get them the same results, and they can replicate that for somebody else and for them specifically, so they will come to you to get those results. The fourth thing that you're going to have, it's going to be easier for you to sell, because a lot of people want to get the results from your side. And what that means in terms of the results from your side is basically they want to see results from other people, and if you have them, it's going to be way easier for them to close, because they would trust you more that you can get them to the results that they want to get to. And that is really, really, really important, right? And now, why a weak fulfillment makes your scaling pretty much sucks is because at scale, you're going to get more customers, and if you cannot fulfill on the customers, it's fine in the beginning when you have less, because you can go past that and you can go undetected in a way. But at scale, people will start talking, and if you get a better reputation, your course will never going to sell back again. And why you should be romantically in love with your fulfillment is because mainly if you focus on fulfillment and you have an amazing product and you get amazing results and the experience the customers have with you is amazing, you're just going to have a better impact on all other areas in the business, and everybody will just naturally gravitate towards you because you get them the right results they're looking for. So that's what I mean by being romantically in love with your customers. Same thing, if you're romantically in love with somebody, they'll always come to you as you're a magnet, like the other person who's also romantically in love with you. And so same thing should happen here. If you're romantically in love with your customers, you should be able to get them the results. So that's really important. And retention, if you don't know what that means, because I just wrote it myself, tell them what retention means, is that to keep a customer over and over in your business for as long time as you can. And if you cannot keep customers for long enough, then you got a bad retention rate, and you calculate that based on how many customers stayed and how many customers leaves, and then the percentage, and that's the retention rate on how many customers, like the retention rate is how many customers you keep. Okay, if you don't know that, keep it. If you guys like such thing, and if you guys like those type of videos, then just comment, like, and subscribe. And if you're a coach doing $20,000-$30,000 per month and you want to get to $100,000 per month, then please go into the description and get your audit from us. We're not going to beat you on the first call. We're just going to give you the results of your audit and where you should fix and how you should fix your business. And we're going to deliver for you the actual SOPs that you need in order to scale the main concern that you have in your business. And we're not going to beat you and take any money on the first calls, as I mentioned. But if we feel that it's a fit and we can both work together and you like us, after the audit and after we implement our stuff, we can see if we can work together and take your business to the next level, to multiple 6 to 7 figures a month consistently. And if you need my help or got any questions based on this video, feel free to shoot me a DM and I'm more than happy to help.